we are back. Personal Healthcare Reform Talk Show on Pegasus Net Waves, riding that mythical horse, taking your health to a higher level. And we're on to episode number 22. No hangovers from episode 21, which is nice. If you want to keep up with us, visit me at clintfuquay.com and personalhealthcarereform.com. And, of course, last time we talked about the future, and the future's already here. So Living the Dream magazine went out last week. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Issue.com, that's ISSUU.com / living the dream. Check that out. I'm in there. There's like 15 other people writing in the magazine. Great publication. And also, of course, I've got my health partners, Get MedCall Assist, because everybody needs an ER doctor on their phone that can geolocate you, check out what's going on, get you into the hospital if you need to go. If not, they keep you out of the hospital, which is great. Saves you a lot of money. So Get MedCall Assist, great company there. There's a lot of growth with them. We'll talk about that coming up in a couple of shows. Kinesi Athletic. I'm wearing some Kinesi right now. Awesome clothing. It's real cotton. It's actually active cotton. Of course, I've had Reg Miller on here before. Go back and listen to the show. Pretty good show. Talking about the clothing industry and everything else going on there, all the synthetics versus the cotton, and how much better cotton is, because it is. This stuff rocks. I love it. Keeps you cool and dry in the summer and warm and dry in the winter, which is really nice. And of course, ID Life. If you haven't yet, go on to the websites, clintfuquay.com or personalhealthcarereform.com. Take your free health assessment. It's awesome. It'll blow you away. Actually, better yet, wait until after this weekend, because this weekend we're launching some new stuff. Go on there on the 21st. Actually, go on there now, and then go back on the 21st and take it. Because I'm telling you right now, you're going to fall out of your seat whenever you see what we're putting into this thing. It's nobody can touch it anyway, but nobody will really be able to touch it after this weekend. Companies are going to freak out after they see what we're bringing to the market with this, because we got a huge thing. We got Revolution 2 coming up. John Maxwell will be there. Have you ever heard of John Maxwell? Go to Barnes & Noble, walk in, ask for John Maxwell. They'll show you his section of the store. Pretty impressive guy. So, anybody, if there's any doctors or chiropractors, anybody listening to the show, if you're in Dallas, Thursday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., come down to the Omni Hotel in downtown, nice big pretty Omni Hotel, because we're taking that over. Come down there. We are doing a physician-only meeting with our medical advisory board. You want to hear the science behind what we're doing? You'll hear the science behind what we're doing. You'll see all the studies. You'll see our process of how we do everything. It's phenomenal. A few other things going on. Of course, I'm involved with a group called DIVAs, Divorcing Independent Variable Survivors. We have our Divorce One-on-One course, our first one on November 1st at Blue Mesa at 121 and George Bush. Come up there, check that out. Go to divastogether.com to check out all the information on that, which will be coming up very soon. And, of course, we like to do some giving back here. So, North Texas Giving Day donation drive for Single Parent Advocate, September 18th. If you want to get involved in that, Single Parent Advocate, great group. They help out with single parents all over the DFW area. That will be northtexasgivingday.org /MPO /single-parent-advocate. Go there, check that out. It's a $25 donation. Help out some single parents around DFW area. Awesome group. Stacy Martin, who runs it, woman rocks. She is just straight awesome. So there's all that fun stuff. And now we're going to get into a little health in the news, because there's a lot of stuff going on. And we're going to start off with a little ACA news. All right, healthcare.gov. Another $390 million for repairs in 2014. Yeah, $390 million for repairs in 2014 alone. This is from, I'm going to start citing my stories now, too. This is from the Washington Times, actually, about 2 weeks ago. I reported this. Yeah, $390 million for repairs. That's an expensive website, by the way, people. Virginia, I have some good news for Virginia, actually. There's going to be 250,000 people that are going to be getting new insurance next year. The bad news is they're all going to lose it this year. Yeah, that's right. 250,000 people are potentially going to lose their insurance by the end of 2014 due to the ACA and some fun stuff in there. And actually the state-run stuff they're doing. So that's from watchdog.org. And, of course, for rates, Nebraska rates for next year are going up 11%. Blue Cross Blue Shields are going up 19.5% in Nebraska. in 2015. That was from dailysignal.com. And, of course, small business. I like doing a lot of stuff with small business. In fact, I'm going to start talking about my small business health and wellness stuff that's going on that I'm going to launch in January, but we're going to start doing some pre-launch this fall. The cost for small business was $23 billion in reduced pay and 350,000 jobs. This is from CNBC. So before you think I'm going to be citing stuff from news organizations that want to beat it up, this is a news organization that was actually pushing it. Yeah, that's right. CNBC actually posted this story. 23 billion lost for small businesses. This is all the businesses that are like 100 employees or less, and most of them are 50 employees or less. So if you have less than 50 employees, start looking at my Fortune Under 50 program that's coming out in January, because you're going to want to check it out. Just for the health of your business and to start bringing some money back into your business as well, or saving you some money anyway. Next up, kids. Some news for kids. Of course, there's a new respiratory virus going around. It's already hit 10 states, and I think it's expanded out to about 15 now. The human enterovirus, 68 is what they're calling it. I'm sure they'll have some other cool, catchy name for it very soon. Anyway, upper respiratory issue. Nobody knows where it came from, how it started, all that other stuff. But it's going to be the virus of the year. So outside of Ebola, I mean, I guess Ebola is starting to get some news coverage. But that's a big one. It's already hit. Like I said, it's up to about 15 states now. Lots of kids are starting to get it. It is upper respiratory, so be on the watch out for that. It looks kind of like getting the flu, but it's not the flu. And for the kids, exercise for ADHD. Some very, very good studies showing that exercise reduces the effects of ADHD on kids, which means they're more focused, and it also reduces the need for medications. So it's 1-2 punch. They get focused, they don't take medicines. Why? Because they're exercising. So schools start getting exercise back in school. Actually, get the kids to exercise, then bring them inside to do their work. This way, one, you've already worn them out a little bit, and they'll be a lot more focused in class. And of course, for your health, interesting stories coming up. So the DEA recently just finally are now allowing patients to bring their used medications back to their doctors and back to the pharmacy. So you can take them back to your doctor, take them back to your pharmacy, turn them back in instead of flushing them down the toilet. Quit flushing them down the toilet, people. You're destroying our water systems with all that. But you can take it back. They can take it back from you now, mostly because they don't want them on the streets. They don't want them being flushed. And so they finally made a wise decision saying, well, you haven't used them, so I guess, yeah, you can bring them back because you used to not be able to. And that started, I believe, last month. Here's a great one for Medicare. Personalized preventative care has reduced Medicare costs. This was just a small study, using about 5,000 people, but they reduced costs by $68 a person every month, which is fairly substantial whenever you start looking at the overall numbers of everything. So start looking for more personalized preventative care through Medicare, if they'll actually start working on some of this for anybody that is taking Medicare. Everybody knows that you're sitting while you work. I'm sitting right now while I'm on the radio. So there's a new study that came out that shows a ratio of 60 to 5. For every 60 minutes that you're sitting, you need 5 minutes of up and walking around. So sit for an hour, get up, walk around for 5 minutes. Sit for an hour, get up, walk around for 5 minutes. This is going to reduce, it's going to keep you healthier for longer. It's going to reduce, potentially start whittling away some of the obesity issues. It will keep you more focused because, remember the whole ADHD thing with kids? Adults have it too. Get up, move around. You'll be a lot more focused. But it does really help out tremendously with health, with blood pressure, cardiovascular health, everything else. There's a really good water filter test done by naturalnews.com. They use 7 different filters. They're using the countertop filters, not the ones that you hook onto the faucet, just the countertop that you pour water through. And Zero Water was the best of the 7. All the rest of them sucked, for lack of better phrasing. They did. They didn't do anything. They didn't take any of the metals out, any contaminants, nothing. They just basically gave you what you already had. Zero Water was the best out of those. So check that one out on naturalnews.com. And organics. Organic food is about to cost a lot less, and there's going to be a lot more of it. Mostly because Kroger's about to hit $1 billion in organic food sales with just their brand. And Kroger's got a really good organics brand. By the way, I use it myself. I have some in my fridge. And Whole Foods. Whole Foods is starting to feel the pressure of pricing, so they're going to start dropping prices. So you can't actually go to Whole Foods, and it's not going to be whole paycheck. It's only going to be half your paycheck. Actually, I joke, I kid. They are actually, they're going to start doing a lot more price comparison. They're going to start dropping prices on produce and some of their core products, because Walmart is about to launch their organics brand. Kroger, like I said, is about to do $1 billion. And all the rest of the grocery store chains have their own organic brands and everything. So as it expands, what happens? There's more of it, price drops. Yay, check that out. That's how it works. If you haven't ever been to business school, maybe go take a business course sometime. You'll learn the whole supply-demand thing, and how if there's a whole lot of something, the price starts dropping. Works pretty well. And it's good for everybody. And with that, I'm going to segue into what's coming up on the show. I have, well, I'm not going to tell you who's here yet, but we're going to get you in the end zone for healthy touchdowns. It's football season, people. Come on, laugh with me. So we're going to talk about getting in the end zone for healthy touchdowns. And for everything else, go to clintfuquay.com. Go to personalhealthcarereform.com. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. I'm on Pinterest now, too, people. You can pin me. If it's social media, I'm on there someplace. But I do post different things on different areas. So make sure to follow me on all the different ones, because you'll be getting different information depending on where you're following me at. If you're with me on LinkedIn, you can get nothing but business stuff about health. My health partners, Get Medical Assist, Kinesi, ID Life, those are all on clintfuquay.com and personalhealthcarereform.com. Check them out. Go take that free health assessment. Seriously, it's free. People, it's free. You got nothing to lose. You have your health to gain. A lot of health. Some really good supplements too, by the way. The best stuff I've ever taken. I used to make this stuff. I used to produce supplements, and this is what I use. Listen to the expert. Use what the experts use. And we will be right back to get you in the end zone for healthy touchdowns.
The Horror Ride. Great fun for everyone at Burgers Lake in Fort Worth every weekend in October. 7 scary scenes to thrill you. For more information, go to horrorride.com. That's horrorride.com.
So, you're wearing a synthetic and you think that that's the answer. Let me tell you, Kinesi has created the first ever moisture-moving cotton product that outperforms synthetic. It eliminates all of the things you don't like about synthetics: the snagging, the sticking, the itching, the burning, the chill, the odor, and it will last as long as the garment is on your back. Check out Kinesi Athletic for active cotton. It's the only place you can get it. www.kinesi, athletic with a K.com.
Have you planned out your financial future? Or maybe you have avoided it. Hi, I'm Angela Tweeten. Check me out at thelucrativelady.com.
All right, we are back. Personal Healthcare Reform Talk Show on Pegasus Net Waves, and it's football season, people, college, pro, and in here we're going to get you into the end zone for healthy touchdowns for the rest of the year, because we got fall coming up and there's all kinds of wild food stuff going on. So we're going to talk about a food expert here with me, Miss Ashly Torian, and we're just going to hop into this because we met back in the spring, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we met back in the spring, and I'm trying to, who introduced us? I'm blanking on who introduced us.
It was my husband's cousin, his wife.
That's right, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so anyway, that's what happens in the whole networking world. Too many people all over the place. Anyway, we met back then. We traded books. I read your book. Your book is fantastic. We're going to talk about your book here in a little bit. And for anybody that saw the pictures, you saw a picture of the book too, which great job on the designing, actually. But I know you're a life coach or a health coach, and you've got your own business, which is Ashly's BioBalance.
Yes. Okay.
And so we're going to talk a little bit about. I want to know how you got into everything, because some of that ties into your book. For anybody that reads it, and we'll do some shameless promotion of the book on here too. So, but let's talk a little bit about your background, how you got into health and wellness, how long you've been in health and wellness, and what you do, what you do for your clients, who you like to work with.
Okay, I got started, I would say, as a young child in the health and fitness because it was just always of interest to me. I was active. I ran around all the time. My parents were healthy eaters, and so it just kind of came naturally. We didn't have junk food cereal. It was always the healthy cereals and no chips other than corn Doritos. That was it. No Cheetos, no Ding Dongs. I was always jealous of the person next to me at lunch because they had Ding Dongs and Cheetos and I had carrot sticks. So, but it was great. It got me started on the right foot. And then in college, I majored in adult corporate fitness to bring health and wellness to the corporate industry, and enjoyed that for a while before I went into one-on-one. It's just kind of always been a part of my life, but through my life experiences, I ran into several hiccups along the way that led me to the end zone.
Yeah, and I know that's part of the story in the book is some of your story growing up, and some of the food issues that happens, because most people don't realize this, but if you're in sports, especially females are in sports, there's all kinds of food issues that start happening because you got to stay a certain weight to do certain things. If you're not, then you get kicked off the team. You got all that. And you still got to look good. And you got to perform. You got all these other things that are on your plate. For the guys, it's just get big and get fast and strong. The girls are just, well, we want you fast and strong, but we want you to look good too. And you got this, and you got all the social pressures and everything else.
Yes, and you have so much more into that, whereas the masculine is so black and white, numbers oriented, and so getting stronger, faster, that's just how they're made to think in that direction. Whereas we women, we are more emotional beings. We need more nourishing and nurturing, and if someone tells us that we are 5 pounds too heavy to be a gymnast, then we feel like we failed as a human being. It's not just, 5 pounds, it's numbers.
Yeah.
It's not, it's who we are. And so we take it to heart, and it kills us, you know?
Yeah, it's a much bigger thing than boys that they're couldn't wait for wrestling. It's like, okay, just another 5 pounds, okay, no big deal.
Yes. For women,
for girls, it's that's the end of the world. You're calling me fat now.
Yes, exactly. Take it to heart.
Yes, I've got some basketball girls that I work with, and there's treading lightly around all that and trying to get their parents to tread lightly around all that at times, because usually the parents don't tread too lightly about that. I'm like, you go back off. It'll work itself out. Don't worry.
It does. It works itself out. That's so
Quit
true.
stressing her out about it. You stress her out about it, she's going to be stressed about it, and it's not going to happen.
That's right.
So now that you're doing that, I know you got into corporate wellness for a while, and now I'm getting into corporate wellness. We're like switching off.
Oh, we are.
So with your biobalance and everything, what do you normally do? What's your emphasis? What do you work with people on for the most part?
With their food relationship, their body relationship, and then their exercise. So all three components go together, and so we just tie them in. And some of my clients are personal training clients that we work on food on the side, and then others are food coaching clients that we work movement on the side.
Yep.
So it just depends on the combination that they need. So, and then I also hold retreats for women. One-day retreats. I just held one in Monroe, Louisiana this past weekend, and it was awesome.
I saw some pictures of you with the Duck Dynasty people.
Yes, I got to go hear Phil Robertson speak at Whites Ferry Road Church Cross. That was awesome. And then we went and visited their headquarters. So it's
very
great.
Nice.
That was a fun weekend.
Very nice. Yeah, I saw pictures of that. I'm like, I got to bring up the Duck Dynasty.
Yes.
That's just cool.
It was.
So, yeah, very good about that. I know you do retreats all the time, mostly in the DFW area, don't you? Okay.
Yes.
Or actually Louisville.
Louisville.
Yep. That's right. She's just up the road, up in Louisville, right there. There's a big lake up there too. So I know you're doing that. Of course, all that ties into your book, The End Zone. So that's what we're talking about, getting into the end zone for healthy touchdowns this year. So let's talk a little bit about your book. And when did you first publish? When did you bring the book out?
This past spring.
Okay.
Right out this past spring. Yes, and it is a culmination of my life experiences and those of my clients, and how I came upon the end zone. And END stands for embrace the wonder that is your body, because it is beautiful exactly as it is now. We cannot go further until we love and accept who we are now. has to start someplace. And then nourish your body for your life's purpose, because when your focus is on your highest goal and not on the small goals of I need to lose 3 pounds by this weekend, but on your highest goal, then you begin nourishing your body according to that highest goal. And that is where the action is. That's when your body will live sustainably at a weight that is natural for it to function at.
So you don't keep on losing that same 3 pounds over and over and over again?
Exactly. That's right. And then the D stands for digest, and it's digest not only food and drink effectively, but also your life experiences as well, because we tend to hold on to those experiences like I did for a while. And when you hold on to those things, it just destroys you. Our bodies will hold on to weight for protection. We also will experience anxiety that can pretty much put you in a prison. Because it's scary to go out. And so it's when you apply the end zone into your life and you live there, then you have a mindset that's free, because you're not so trapped and in jail by all those little thoughts that creep in.
Yeah, you're not living in your own little prison.
Yeah.
That we all put ourselves into about different things all the time, and you've got some fantastic examples in here, probably about your own life example. But I know there's 4 different examples in here of people with different issues with food and thought and how they relate to it and everything else. And it was just love your book, by the way.
Thank you.
Very, very well done. And of course, you get that. You've got exercise in here as well, which that rolls into it and everything else. So it's a great all-in-one for whatever the food issue is. And of course, fall is coming up.
Yes.
If you have a food issue, it's going to come up at some point this fall, because you got Halloween with all the candy. You got Thanksgiving with pumpkin pie and everything else. Then you got Christmas that carries over from Thanksgiving, and then you got New Year's where everybody's like, "Oh man, why'd I do it again?" So you have that. You got all the Christmas parties. You got Thanksgiving parties. You got the Halloween parties. You got football games every weekend. You got all the chips and dips and pizza and everything else. So let's talk a little bit about. Let's give everybody some helpful tips here on how to get in the end zone, score some healthy touchdowns. I'm going to keep on driving that one. I'm sorry. I am. So hey, that's
good
part of the show.
Good thing I love football.
You know, it's funny. Don't tell anybody this. This is a secret. I don't watch football. Yeah. See, my producer just looked over and said, "What? How are you doing a show about getting in the end zone? You don't even watch football." I do. I watch the Super Bowl. I love. Yeah, no, I don't watch football either. Okay, there's no goal. I don't watch that one either. So don't worry, I'm not hating on one or not the other. But I'll watch the Super Bowl. It's fun. I'll occasionally watch a game. But with all that stuff, let's talk about some tips for the fall. If anybody has food issues, whatever they are, because there's tons of temptation. There's everything else, and so usually people, if they're going to fall off track, they fall off track in the fall. So, what are some of your top suggestions for anybody that has some food issues, where you've got all these parties that are out there? You have the Sunday thing with football and everything, and then you get everything else coming up. What are some good ways for somebody to stay in the end zone and stay on track, and and essentially have a successful fall, to where they don't have that 15-pound gain before the end of January?
Right. I've got 3, and you will find them in the End Zone book. And but these 3, I think, when you live according to these, it just takes care of everything. The first one is we have access to our single most metabolic enhancing nutrient 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's never away from us, and it's free. It brings us clarity of thinking, it brings energy, and it burns fat. And that is oxygen. All you have to do is breathe. And I'm not talking about the stress breathe. I'm talking about the full-fledged diaphragm, full lung capacity breath. When you do this, it puts your body in a fat-burning mode, because when you're in a relaxed state, you burn fat. When you're in a stressed state, you burn muscle. So all those hours that you spent in the weight room, forget it if you're going to live in stress all the time. You've got to be. And the holidays bring stress. And so my thought for everyone is to take you were talking 5-minute walking breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I say take 2 to 5 minute breathing breaks as well. So you can also practice that on your walk if you want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But people need to bring in that oxygen into their body regularly throughout the day so that they can get in that fat burning zone.
Yeah, which actually, I'm going to segue here. I actually talked about this. There's smokers get smoke breaks. Yeah,
Yes.
Usually the 15-minute smoke break, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this one reason why a lot of smokers are actually healthier than the non-smokers because they actually breathe for a little bit. So I was like, for all the smokers out there, whenever you quit smoking, go outside, take a breathe break. Take a breathe break. Pretend like you're puffing away if you have to, because at least you'll get the full diaphragmic action.
Yes.
You'll be sucking it in, and you'll get some good oxygen. So everybody else out there, go take a breathe break.
Breathe break. I like that.
Yeah.
That's right.
So,
Yes.
that's the first one. What's number 2?
Number 2 is be present and aware. So don't let yourself don't go down the rabbit hole with your mind, which we tend to do when we're stressed during the holidays. We're going through our to-do list, everything we have to cook, everything we have to bake, everything, what we're going to wear to a party. Don't go down the rabbit hole. Make your action list and make sure that you get it done. But live in the moment. Be present. And when you're present with your food and your breathing, you are not going to overeat. You won't overeat. And that's the key, is to not overeat. You can have that pumpkin pie. Just eat to satisfaction, not full.
Have the slice, not the pie.
That's right. Or half a slice or whatever it is. Yeah. And then the third one, number 3, is for you to live the holidays according to the feeling you want to attain entering into the new year. So not necessarily a goal of I'm not going to lose weight or I'm not going to gain weight this holiday, but more of how do I want to feel when I enter into the holiday? And that is no extra baggage, right? Mm-hmm. And you want to feel free. You want to feel excited for the new year. And if you are carrying 10 extra pounds because of some bad choices that you made, then you're going to be lethargic, depressed, sad. So you make those food choices according to, is this going to let me feel energized as I enter into the new year? No, I want to say no to that piece of pie. So that's the way you make your food choices, is according to the feeling you want to have when you enter the new year.
Yeah, perfect. Otherwise, you're going to be taking a lot of breathe breaks.
That's right.
So with that, what is there anything coming up for you? Any events that are coming up? And then how do we get in touch with you?
In the new year, we have a 3-day retreat coming up that will be held in the Red River Valley, so people can join us up there in the country air and breathe a lot. Mm-hmm. That's coming up in the new year, so they can stay tuned to ashlysbiobalance.com. And Ashly is spelled with no E. I'm special. And so ashlysbiobalance.com, or on Facebook, then just look up Ashly Torian and find me there as well.
Yeah, and I'll have links on the email that goes out, and of course everywhere else that I'm at. We'll be posting this all over the place, people. So there's that. Get in touch with her. Get her book. Get in the end zone. Okay. Get her book. Awesome book. Christmas is coming up. It might be a really good Christmas present for somebody you know.
Yes, and they can find it on the website.
Yes, it's on the website, and you're on Amazon too, if I remember right.
Yes, it is on Amazon as well.
There's that, and otherwise, go to clinicfuquay.com, go to personalhealthcarereform.com, check all my stuff out, follow me, like me, tweet with me, get LinkedIn with me and everything else, and pin me too, because I'm on Pinterest now. Pin me. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll be back with some really cool stuff later on. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Clint.